Hi there folks, welcome to Dunsy's Guitar World. Does what it says on the sign, just me and my little cat hanging out today. So today's video is a little bit different than my usual ones. Usually I'm just sitting here talking rubbish and playing guitar. I mean, I will be talking rubbish, but I'm not really playing guitar live in this room. So I was away at the weekend and I thought, you know what I've never done? I've never done a vlog. I believe that's what the youngsters call it, a vlog. Going away to do a gig, a vlog. So I'll try and cut a long story short here. So I play in a band called Twisted Nerve, who formed in the late 70s in Edinburgh, Scotland. These guys released records, you know, back in the 70s. The John Peel session and stuff. These are reissues, I think they came out last year. That's the old Twisted Nerve. So I've been playing guitar. They reformed in 2007. I'll put some links down below so you can check out the good folks in Twisted Nerve. And me as well, of course. So they formed in 2007 and I've been playing guitar for about the last 6 years with them. Now we are incredibly lucky as a band in that the biggest part of our gigging schedule is in mainland Europe, and we've been to America, you know, crazy stuff. We've been to America to do one show, and that's a video for another day. So the vast majority of our shows are just over in mainland Europe. I think we've been to about 10 European countries to do gigs. And generally speaking, we just fly in for one gig. Sometimes if we're going to Italy, I think twice we've been to Italy and we did 2 or 3 gigs back to Italy in September. But this particular gig, last Saturday, was in Germany, in Leipzig at WGT, which is the biggest alternative gothic festival in the world. It's absolutely massive. The whole city of Leipzig is taken over by goths and post-punks and everybody. Big thing of 80s music, you know, there's a big huge scene in mainland Europe that isn't really here. So my video today, I tried to capture some of this. Our fly gigs, we normally fly on a Friday, play Saturday, fly home Sunday. Now it sounds a lot more glamorous than it is. I mean, it's a lot of travelling and it can be a lot of work, and you're only really doing about 60 minutes in the middle of that whole thing to do a show, and then you're back to the hotel, travel back, you know. So but anyway, I tried to capture some of this. This is from last weekend. So it kicks off, I left the house at 6:45 AM, which is not bad. Sometimes we have to be at the airport at 3:30 AM. You know, I'm an old man. I'm normally just getting up to go for a bathroom break. So it was not bad. I left the house 6:45 to get the tram. Now, the tram goes through in the centre of Edinburgh. You get to see the castle, beautiful Edinburgh Castle. Get to the airport and the flight's on time. Doesn't always happen with the old EasyJet, but it was on time. So before we got on the plane, quick breakfast, and we're flying to Berlin. Didn't get the direct flight to Leipzig, so we need to fly to Berlin, Edinburgh to Berlin, which is about 2 hours, 2.5 hours or something like that. Nice easy flight.
Flight 209er, you are cleared for takeoff.
Roger. Huh?
LA departure frequency 123.9er.
Roger. Huh?
Get to Brandenburg Airport, Berlin, get through security again, no trouble at all. Get out now. The promoter has arranged transport to go from Berlin to Leipzig on the Autobahn, on the motorway. Now the thing about German Autobahns and motorways, I don't think there's any speed limit. So once you go on the motorway, I mean, it's so fast. The speed limit in the UK on the motorway, the fastest you can go in the UK, apart from in Brands Hatch, is 70 miles an hour on the motorway. But you get on the motorway in Germany. So we get in the car, 3 in the back, 1 in the front. And the young lady who was taking us to the gig, who was super kind to us, really nice. Now she's used to driving an alarming speed. So I mean, it was nothing to her. But I was looking over her shoulder and I thought, is she doing 120 miles per hour? And it was just, you know, here's a video of someone else going really fast on the autobahn. That maybe looks a little bit scary, but I can assure you, when you're in the back, in the middle, just looking at the window, thinking, I think I closed my eyes at 120, I thought, I can't take any more of this. But we make it safe. Here we are in Leipzig in Germany. Flew into Berlin airport and then along the Autobahn at an alarming speed. It's funny, here in Germany, I don't think there's any limit on the speed you can travel on the Autobahn. I mean, in the UK it's like 70 miles per hour. Here it's like, you know, you're in a car doing 140 miles per hour. It's white knuckle ride, but safe and sound. In the hotel room, some of stuff. Change this round the other way. TV. 2 beds. I might end up pushing them together and lying across after too many beers. I think the club tonight, place we're playing, is open till 6 in the morning. Here's a look out there. The view of the hotel window. Goths. Leipzig is Goth City. And I'm wearing a junkyard t-shirt. Let's look at the festival lineup. See who's playing. Oh, WGT. Where are we playing? We're playing here. Tob Schental, I think it is. But look at all the gigs everywhere in Leipzig over this weekend. She's into a big map as well. Saturday the 4th, who's playing? 13th Chime. Chums from the UK, we played with them in Oakland, California. Totenwald, who we played with Berlin before. Twisted Nerve, Frustration, and Sig Sputnik, Love Missile, F111. Brilliant. So there we go. So this has just arrived an hour, picked up by the promoter, taken to the venue. So we'll see what the backline's like when I get there. Back in a bit. And we get to the venue. Beautiful big old venue. I think it holds about 800 to about 1,000 people. So I mean, it was absolutely packed. And we get to the backstage area. Let's look at the sausage niggle.
I'll get into that before they all go.
What's that, the other one?
Nothing. Hot water.
Careful. And I can assure you that was all finished by the time we left the dressing room at the end of the evening. So these big gigs in mainland Europe, they run so smoothly. Everything is to the clock. So we have a look at the timing. And it said first band on 13th Chime, who we played with before. Bunch of guys from England. Totenwald, band from Germany. Twisted Nerve from Edinburgh. So the band before us, Totenwald, they have to finish at 10 minutes to 7. And we have to start at 10 minutes past 7. Now you do have to start at 10 past 7, like you can't run late. So backstage, the stage manager and the stage tech came to speak to us and they said, do you have any equipment with you? Now our booking agent had said we wouldn't be bringing any instruments. We were worried that because of Brexit, you know, we wouldn't get into another European country to perform a show. I mean, we're not Ramstein, we're not playing the Olympic Stadium to 100,000 people, but we were just worried we wouldn't get into to play, so we didn't bring anything. So he said to the stage manager, we haven't brought anything with us. And I could tell by his face, he was like, oh, you're not brought anything with you? So I don't know if you've been told or not, but anyway. So he says, what do you guys need? Now the only thing I'd taken was a small sort of effects unit, which has overdrive, delay and chorus, and I took a flanger as well, and some leads. I says, well, I need a guitar and an amp. The bass player said, I'll need a bass and an amp. And our drummer says, I've got drumsticks, but I'll need a drum kit. So the stage crew procured all this within about 30 minutes. I think there was like a kit that some of the other bands were using, and there was a sort of shared backline. But I ended up using a Marshall, I think it was a JCM 900, and they got me a Gibson Les Paul. I said, I always use a Les Paul, if you could get a Les Paul, that would be great. And the stage tech loaned me his Les Paul, which was really kind of him, he was such a nice guy. And I didn't even see the guitar until 20 minutes before we were due to go on stage, because there was no access to the stage from where we were. So I didn't even see the size of the stage, didn't see the layout of the stage before the gig even happened. So 10 minutes before the previous band finish, they say to us, right, 10 minutes time, the stage is yours, you have 20 minutes to get yourself sorted. Next thing they come back and say, right, the stage is yours, you have 20 minutes. That was the first time I'd seen the stage, first time I'd even seen the amp. I'd seen the guitar about 5 minutes before when he sort of said, is this okay? I was like, yes, Gibson Les Paul. So we go on stage, no sound check, just a line check, plug into the amp, tune up, took our tuner with me, tune up, play a few chords, bass player plays a few boom 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 notes, and our drummer, he gives it the old John Bonham. And that's us. We're only on stage for about 5 minutes, and it's back off again to give him a proper gigging hat on. 5 minutes after that, the stage manager comes back up. Okay, 2 minutes, you're on. So we go down to the side of the stage, hang about there nervously for a couple of minutes. He opens the backstage door, and that's us on. And we're good to go. That was my little cat, that wasn't my stomach. And we're good to go. Everything's all set up. 1, 2, 3, 4, we're into the first song. Now I don't have any really good quality footage at the moment. My friend Oliver recorded 3 or 4 songs, so hopefully he'll send me that and I can use that. So the only one I'm showing today is just his YouTube feed. He streamed it live to YouTube, and the reason I'm showing this is I'm going to show you what happened. So I only had one guitar. I'd only met it 5 minutes before the gig, and it sounded great. Gibson Les Paul, sounded fantastic. So it must have been about the 7th song into the set. Now, like I said, this runs like clockwork. You know, you have your allocated time, and there's a big clock at the side of the stage showing you what time it is. And if you run over your time, the plug gets pulled. You know, you have an allocated slot, and that's it. So the stage tech whose guitar I was using had said to me as we went on, he says, if you break any strings, I will be there to change them immediately. And I had a spare set of strings. He had a spare set of strings. So I put my strings on top of the amp. Gig starts. It's going really well, 7th song. And what happens is it's the one that I do a big guitar solo in. So in the very last note of the guitar solo, I'm bending a C or something up a full tone, and all of a sudden, ping! Top string broke, just like that, ping! I was like, oh no, I broke a string. But that song was okay because I don't use the top E string from the end of the solo until the end of the song. And I was like, okay, I can get to the end of this song and then I'll change the string, or the stage tech will be there to fix it. So we get to the end of the song and everybody's clapping, whoa, the guitar solo and stuff. And I look around and the stage tech isn't there. And then I think, oh no, I'm going to have to change the string myself. He had one of the string winders, so I didn't. I was like, oh no. So our singer notices I broke a string, does some talking, and is like, okay guys, we've got 2 or 3 minutes, we need to change the string. But there was no light on the stage, I couldn't see the strings, I didn't have my proper reading glasses on, I couldn't, it was a nightmare. And the stage tech comes running on, and he looks so apologetic, oh, I'm so sorry. And he gets the string fixed. So it must have been about 5 or 6 minutes of the rest of the band trying to entertain the audience while I was trying to get the string changed. Now, ironically, what happened was the poor chap, stage tech, was busy all day, and he took a toilet break at the exact moment I broke a string. I mean, that's just your luck. You know, that's how these things happen. He was so apologetic. You know, his one toilet break of the day, I broke a string. and he wasn't there to fix it. And I was, to be honest, I was a bit like, where have you been? Where have you been? And I had to apologise to him later on. He was such a nice guy, and I did say I was really sorry. I didn't mean to be narky about it. So we got to the end of the set with the new string, didn't break another string, didn't go out with tune, and it was brilliant. Such a great time. The place was full. We went down really well. I will try and get another couple of tunes from Oliver to make a video of the gig itself. Brilliant, what a night. And then we stayed, watched a couple of other bands, and made sure there was no drink left in the dressing room. We managed to finish absolutely everything that was in the dressing room, and then had to get a taxi back to the hotel. To be honest, I don't know, it's all a bit hazy. Maybe got a taxi back to the hotel about 1ish or something like that. So we've been in the venue since 4, leave the venue 1 in the morning, go back to the hotel. What a night, honestly. It's such good fun when you travel and do these gigs, and people really enjoying. There's a big crowd and stuff. So that was us back to the hotel. So we get up the next morning. Now, to be fair, I think we were a bit under the weather. I don't know what it was, possibly the alcohol consumed the night before. But we all convened for breakfast, and it was like, oh dear, we're not feeling great now. But that wore off, and then we thought, what are we going to do today? So we went for a walk into the centre of Leipzig. Now, Leipzig is a beautiful German city. Now, I think as well as the WGT Festival, there was other things going on as well. There was like a wee sort of Irish type festival going on in one of the courtyards. There was like a Guinness bar and everything like that. And you never guess what happened. All the way from Scotland to Germany to Leipzig, and look what I saw. You couldn't make that up. Bloody bagpipes. So we managed to ignore that, had something to eat, had a few beers in the city, and it's great. We get up on Monday morning, we were feeling a lot better than we were the morning before, and we decided we were going to get the train back to Berlin, because we thought, I can't handle 2 hours at 120 miles an hour in a car. So we got the train back to, I think, central Berlin, and the train gets delayed by 10 minutes. Now, our connecting train was meant to be 11 minutes after we got there, so we had a minute to get off the train, run through the station and try and find the right platform and the right train. Luckily, we managed to go on the right train back to Brandenburg Airport. So here we are at Brandenburg International Airport, Berlin. Waiting for a flight back. We got the train from Leipzig, and it was 10 minutes late getting into the next station. We got here in time, so we were 2 hours before a flight back to Edinburgh. What a weekend. Ooh. Roasting hot here in Berlin. It was even hotter in Leipzig. Beautiful. I'll turn the camera on so you can see. Beautiful. I think it's about 26 degrees or something like that.
The gig was awesome. It was fucking rocking.
Good one.
Rocked the shit out the Leipzigers.
Leipzig belongs to you.
What do you think, Bill?
I agree with what Craig just said. Absolute fantastic trip.
So there we are, Twisted Nerve in Germany. Back through security, not much hassle, through to security, on the plane. It's time to go home, time to go back to Edinburgh. And there's this tram, but back in Edinburgh, there's a tram going the same way. That's it all over, folks.